Hi, welcome to Forge Drops. This is Lilian Silva. I'm the Forge specialist at Clemson Universe, and today I'm talking about nutrient recycling on pastures on this Forge Drops video. So let's get started. So in general, I do like to think about the soil as a bank account, which requires maintenance as any other our accounts. So we do have a amount of nutrients that are available there, and if we're taking some out, we need to be thinking about how the dynamics of nutrient recycling will be, and if how much we are going to need to be replenishing, and that's going to be involving getting soil samples routinely, but also thinking about building that soil organic matter and replenishing those nutrient levels that should be in a certain range of the soil, at least at the target range on your soil reports, and also building that pH to the range that should be for the forages that you're using, especially if you're going to be establishing a new forage and you have a really low pH, you need to make sure that you are at the proper pH before establishing a new forage on a given area. So the management that we're going to be doing, it's going to be affecting the nutrient levels, the pH that's going to be there. And also we are able to be working on enhancing that soil nutrient pools and the health of the soil by improving those management practices that we're going to be doing and improving the quality of the forage and even the diverse of the forest through them helps with building up that soil structure, that soil nutrient dynamics, and that's what really it's something that we need to be working on. So when we're thinking about nutrient cycling, we're thinking about this portion here in the middle, but we do need to be thinking about what are the imports, so the fertilizer that we're putting there, or the if we're using legumes, or if we have the animals grazing, that manure, that urine will also be imports to that system that's going to be replenishing those nutrients. And then we will have the exports, which are the animals that we're selling, the hay that we're selling, or the losses that we're going to have on a given area. So when we are going to think about improving that distribution and that nutrient recycling, we need to be thinking management practices that we're going to be doing throughout the year. And that involves, for example, the way that we're feeding the animals in the pasture. So if you are feeding hay on fall and winter months, just moving the rings or the place that you're enrolling the bale to rotate throughout the area, it's going to be something that helps with that nutrient distribution, because the animals tend to concentrate on the areas surrounding the feeding areas, surrounding the water areas. So that's going to be helping with that nutrient management that we're going to be doing. And also something that we can consider is to be feeding the animals on fall and winter months on the poorest pastures that we have. So we are going to be able to distribute that nutrient on those pastures a little more and really be working towards improving that fertility on that period of time. And something that is really important for the management for the system, because it's going to be it's going to be impacting both the forage responses, but also the soil nutrient dynamics and accumulation, and also the response that the animals will have in terms of performance, is how we are going to be managing that grazing on grazing systems. So adopting rotational grazing is a tool that can help really can work really well on a system and can help with removal of that that forage more uniformly, or even just having a better timing for when we have a good balance between distribution, between accumulation of forages, and also the quality of that forage that we're having there, but also will help with the redistribution of the excreta on a given area, and then with the regrowth period that we're going to give the plant to rest, it's going to allow that nutrient to be recycled and be used on the forest. So using rotational management for your grazing paddocks, your grazing pastures will be really uh, a ally that we can use for optimizing the persistence, the longevity of the pastures, but also how we are going to be improving that nutrient recycling on the system. With that, I conclude what I had for today. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to my mail here on the screen. Thanks so much for watching Just Forage Drops, and I hope to see you on the next.